Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive strategic shift that's happening right now in the world of human resources. We're talking about how generative AI isn't just making things more efficient, it's kicking off a whole new creative era.
Okay, so here's our plan. We're going to start with the big picture, then trace the evolution of AI in HR. After that, we'll get into the fun stuff, seeing it in action, both for creating content and for analyzing data. And we'll wrap up by talking about what is maybe the most crucial part, the human-AI partnership.
You know, for so long, HR has been kind of bogged down by paperwork and administrative tasks, but now generative AI is acting as this incredible catalyst, finally freeing up HR to step into the strategic leadership role it was always meant to have. So what does that actually mean for the day-to-day? Well, it's a huge deal. This isn't just about getting old tasks done faster. We're talking about augmenting our own intelligence, making us better thinkers, more creative, and able to make way smarter decisions. It's fundamentally changing how HR professionals work. All right, so to really get why this creative era is such a game changer, we kind of have to look back at the journey that brought us here. Let's trace how we went from basic automation to what we have now, intelligent augmentation. This timeline really lays it all out. Back in the 2000s, it was all about automating repetitive stuff, like payroll. Then, in the 2010s, AI started helping us predict trends. But now, we're in the creative era, where AI is an actual partner in the creative and strategic work we do. So, what is generative AI at its core? Well, here's an easy way to think about it. If traditional AI is like a super smart librarian who can find any piece of information you ask for, generative AI is like a creative author who can write a brand new story based on everything in that library. And this right here is the critical difference. See, traditional AI is amazing at recognizing patterns. It classifies data, makes predictions, but generative AI, it's a creator. It can draft a compelling job description from scratch or come up with a whole new company policy. That ability to create something new is what's completely changing the game for HR. Okay, so we get the tech, but what does this creative partnership actually look like day to day? Let's see it in action. First, you've got to stop thinking about AI as a replacement. It's not. The best way to see it is as this amazing creative partner, one that never gets tired, can brainstorm with you 24/7, and can do all the heavy lifting on first drafts. That frees you up to do the high-level strategic thinking. And we're talking about the real core of HR work here. Think about all those documents that can take up days of your time. Now imagine drafting a great job description, or summarizing hundreds of feedback forms, or creating personalized training modules in just a fraction of the time. The possibilities are huge. And here are some real-world examples. You could use ChatGPT to get a solid first draft of a job post, and then you just come in and add your human expertise. Or you could use Google Gemini to instantly find the key themes from over 500 survey responses. This isn't just about being faster, it's about amplifying your impact. But, content creation is just one piece of the puzzle. The real strategic power of GenAI comes from its ability to take these mountains of raw data and turn them into a clear story that actually drives action. For years, HR has been kind of stuck in this cycle of manually crunching numbers, spending weeks buried in spreadsheets just to produce these static reports that are already out of date. Now, GenAI gives us something totally new, automated, real-time analysis that tells you the story of your workforce as it's happening. So this is the new workflow. AI handles the heavy lifting, the data collection, and the first pass at generating insights. But look really closely at step 3. HR interpretation. That is where the magic happens. The AI can tell you what is happening, but it's the HR professional who provides the context, who understands why. Let's make this super concrete. An AI dashboard instantly tells you your turnover rate is 22%, which is down 3% this quarter. Okay, that's nice to know. But on its own, it's just a number. The real value is what happens next. This is where the AI becomes a true strategic partner. It digs in and finds that your overall improvement is actually hiding a big problem in the sales department. But it doesn't just point out the problem. It also finds a best practice somewhere else in the company. Hey, look, the IT department has low turnover and they do a lot of training. And it suggests a concrete data-backed action plan. We've just gone from reporting data to actually solving a business problem. And that powerful example leads us to what is probably the most important idea in this new era. The future isn't about AI replacing people. It's about a partnership, a symbiosis between them. I absolutely love this quote because it sums it up perfectly. AI creates and humans curate. The AI can generate the first draft, it can analyze a massive data set, it can spot a hidden pattern, but it's the human who brings the final touch, the curation, the understanding of context, the ethical judgment, and the empathy.
So, what this really means is that the most valuable skills for HR pros are changing. It's becoming less about the grunt work of gathering data and more about the art of interpreting what the AI finds and telling a compelling story that actually influences leadership. The new HR leader is a master storyteller, with AI as their research assistant. So, to really succeed in this new world, HR professionals need to nail this blend of three core skills. You need digital fluency to use the tools, you need data interpretation to understand what the AI is telling you, and you absolutely need ethical judgment to apply these powerful insights responsibly.
And really, that's the promise of all this. It's about finally offloading the administrative burdens that have bogged HR down for decades. This doesn't make HR professionals obsolete, it elevates them. It frees them up to focus on the work that only humans can do, the strategic, the empathetic, the human part of human resources. And so, as we wrap up, this is the question on the table for every single HR leader out there. This transformation isn't just about getting new software. It's about a whole new philosophy of leadership, one that combines data-driven strategy with real, authentic human connection. So, are you ready to lead with both data and with heart?